The movie you're making me watch today is 1998's Dark City, directed by Alex Proyas. Is that correct?
Yes.
Proyas?
Yes, I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways, but that works.
Starring Kifer Sutherland, Jennifer Connaly, and Rufus Sewell. And William Hurt.
Let's say you can't forget about him.
Dub H. Or, yeah, WH.
This was Schwartz's choice, and boy, oh boy, do I think he did it on purpose.
Did what on purpose? This is a solid flick.
Is that your word? Solid flick?
New mirrors, huh?
My word is timeless.
Okay. All right. That's funny because my word is almost the opposite. Mine is very 90s.
I mean, the movie itself, like the type of movie it is and the way it was made, sure, but I'm talking about the actual what the movie was conveying. Like it's one of the best interpretations of like a dream world I've ever seen, if not the best.
Oh, you mean by confusing and forgettable?
It's not forgettable. It's definitely confusing. It's a movie you got to watch like 2 or 3 times. I've watched it 3 times now. One of them was with the director's commentary, and it was really good.
Yeah, I'm sure definitely. It's one of those you gotta fill in some blanks.
I basically just need someone to tell me why this is an interesting movie.
Yeah, dude, tell us.
Well, what's cool about the movie is that at the core of it is just an experiment done by aliens on people. They're these underground dwellers of this world that look like Nosferatu, basically, known as the Strangers. And who they are is they're aliens, and they're experimenting on people by implanting dreams and mix-matching dreams in the past, and people only get pieces of who they think they were, and everybody gets the same dreams to see how everybody reacts individually. One day you're a detective, one day you're the guy whose wife is killed, like shit like that. You know, they were just fucking with people because they could. The real thing was they were trying to see if there was anything they could learn from humans to save their species. They didn't say from what, but that was what it was about. As far as the look of this movie, it's pretty amazing. Like it looks like Sin City before Sin City, which I thought was pretty cool. It came out right before The Matrix, and The Matrix is like a lot like this, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
almost the same fucking movie.
Certainly was. Yeah, it even supposedly had same set pieces and stuff like that. And
I heard that they filmed it in Australia, where they filmed The Matrix too, on the Fox lot. So that's pretty wild.
So definitely, definitely similarities. I felt like The Matrix was like a better version because it was I think they probably had more budget, more entertaining.
Well, The Matrix had action. The Matrix had a little bit more of a entertaining script, but this was definitely like the cerebral version of it, like the part that really kind of was up for interpretation. I mean, the director even said like it's up for interpretation of what you kind of want to make of it. There is no exact thing except for the fact that what I explained, you know what I mean? It's like
I certainly didn't understand exactly what it was, if it was a dream or an experiment or both.
So we're not supposed to know what's going on.
I mean, I think you're supposed to get clues to what's going on and have an understanding that it's a dream for some reason. I mean, I know what's going on because I watched the commentary, so the director explained pretty much every scene as it was on.
Well, that must have been convenient.
And also, did you watch the director's cut or no?
I watched the original one, and then I watched some of the director's cut, and I have to admit I fell asleep.
So the biggest difference in the beginning is in the original version there's a voiceover that explains everything, and in the director's cut that's not there, and you find it out, and that's the much better way to do it, to find it out later.
Yeah, okay. I did appreciate not really knowing. Well, I guess I knew already since I watched the other version first, but I kind of liked that it was more. It felt more mysterious going into it in the director's cut in the beginning.
So I only watched the director's cut, which is probably why I was so confused.
Well, the thing is that you're not supposed to understand really what's going on until they want you to. And when Kifer Sutherland explains it to Rufus Sewell's character, it comes out of nowhere, but it does explain exactly what's been going on. So you do get answers.
Yeah, and you kind of already get that in the beginning of like these strangers are taking over people, and it's some weird I don't know. It's
I thought
still
what I
hard
liked
to
about the
understand.
movie, what I liked about the movie is that it was like a film noir. You know what I mean? Everything about it was super noir, and that's cool to mix with sci-fi. Those are two cool genres to put together. You know,
Yeah, the
Jennifer
William Hurt
Connelly's character was
yeah.
cool. Jennifer Connelly's damsel in distress, 1940s type character.
Right.
William Hurt's character, even Rufus Sewell's character, waking up not realizing what's going on with amnesia, trying to figure out the mystery of what's happening. You know what I mean? It's super noir.
Yeah, all that shit still just was very Matrix. Even though I understand this movie came out a year before the Matrix, it seems like Matrix just did like a better version because they still experimented with the consciousness. They experimented with
it's a different
like,
version. The Matrix went like philosophical and all like
Yeah.
religious, where this is not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they went more philosophical, and then they had better
The religious
special effects and more entertainment. And
See,
then
I
there
thought the
was
special effects in this movie actually were pretty cool. Like I thought for what they were, kind of look a little cheesy and be like nightmarish and dreamlike. Like this was very Tim Burton in me. This look, if someone told me Tim Burton directed this movie, I would be like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, there were spirals, so that's
not only
true.
spirals, but just the way that the world was existing, like the buildings crouching over, almost looking like big trees, like hiding people in shadows and shit. And
Yeah, very, very dark.
Yeah.
Even the music was Burton-y at times. It like I know it wasn't
like
Danny
The
Elfman.
Crow.
It felt like
same director as The Crow.
Right, exactly.
This guy directed The Crow.
Yeah.
He also directed I, Robot, which is a pretty terrible movie.
Yeah, I remember that not being great.
Go fuck yourself, both of you, because iRobot is great.
No, his best movie, honestly, in my opinion,
iRobot's amazing.
Is Knowing. You guys should watch a Nicolas Cage movie called Knowing. It's like 2008, 2009. It's a pretty awesome Alex Proyas movie. No, it's cool. It's actually really, really good. He finds numbers that can predict dates and natural disasters and just disasters in general start happening, and he tries to stop it. It's pretty dope.
I mean, I think I liked The Crow. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I kind of think I wouldn't like it now. But I used to watch that shit all the time. Like one of my best friends growing up, he like was obsessed with The Crow for some reason. I remember watching that shit with him a bunch of times.
I love The Crow. I love the show. I don't remember the movie. I never watched the movie with Brandon Lee.
I know there was a show.
There's a TV show. Yeah, TV show was great.
Dark Angel?
No, it was called The Crow.
Was it by James Cameron?
No,
that was Dark Angel.
It was called The Crow. It was about the same time as Dark Angel, though. It was like Dark Angel and The Crow.
I know The Crow had like some sequels, and I think they were bad. I think
Crow 2, City of Angels. That soundtrack is pretty dope, though. I had that on CD.
I think that movie, but I think the movie was booty.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie.
The TV show was good.
Okay.
Brandon Lee was already dead.
Yeah. Right. So Anthony, what did you think about this movie? What are your thoughts?
I didn't like it at all. That was one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. I did like Kifer Sutherland. I thought his character.
Did you not understand anything? Were you just? Not
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Why'd you like Kifer Sutherland? He was fucking annoying.
I thought his character was funny. I thought his
character was cool.
I guess funny.
Cool. He's like little Igor. He's little Igor.
I liked the way he chose to act that character.
He was like anxious the whole time. It's gonna. But if we do,
it's Kifer Sutherland. Kifer Sutherland's amazing.
It's like Kifer Sutherland having a panic attack the entire time.
How can you hate on Jennifer Connelly at all either? She was great in this too.
She's always good.
She's always great.
She was fun. I liked William Hurt for some reason. I liked that. I don't know. That character stood out to me because I liked the detective shit. Even though it was like William Hurt. I guess I kept comparing it to the Matrix for obvious reasons in my head, and it seemed like the Mr. Anderson or is it Mr. The
Smith?
The Mr. Smith. Thank you. The agents. Yeah, the agents seemed like a blend of the Strangers and William Hurt to me.
That's true. They kind of were.
Yeah.
Alex Proyas said the Strangers were based off of Nosferatu, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought because they did.
I get that.
They did look like that.
I thought the Strangers were the coolest part of the movie in all aspects. I thought the way they moved was cool. I thought them just being kind of relentless was cool. They seemed nightmarish. Like I think that's the biggest difference between this and the Matrix movie. This is more of a horror movie, whereas the Matrix is an action movie.
So like, walk us through it a little bit, Schwartz. And tell us who Murdoch is. Tell us the story a little bit.
So this dude wakes up in a fucking seedy motel bathtub out of nowhere, and the lights shaking, and you're meant to see that everything's disorienting. He has no clue who he is. He's got amnesia. Walks out.
Remind me of the opening of
realizes.
Reminds me of the opening of The Matrix.
Yeah, with Trinity, right? With Trinity in the room with her hands
No.
up.
When Neo got brought out of the whatever
it's not the opening, but yeah.
That's
the
not the
charging state.
opening.
Sorry, not the opening, but it reminded me of that part of the Matrix
When they wake,
in the
they
tub,
wake Neo
and
up,
then he basically when they wake him up, yeah.
All right, so hold on.
And that explains the consciousness.
Before we go
shit.
into this, and how the thing is, these movies were made at the exact same time. Like they came out a year apart, but they were probably shooting at the same time. So how do you think this whole similarity thing? Why do you think it's so much?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems so parallel to me. I feel like a lot of movies do like it happens a lot with movies where there's two movies that kind of come out around the same time that have very similar plots. For some reason, the only thing that I can think of right now is Paul Blart in Observe and Report, but it's like that same idea. Where like
it's two,
and
Tornado, Twister,
Shutter Island,
Volcano, Dante's Peak.
Wait, what was the Shutter Island one you said?
Inception.
Oh, well, I guess
because that's sort of like you don't really know if it's like his reality or if it's set up or and then
but in the end of
the
end of Shutter Island, you're made aware of exactly what's happening. In the end of Inception, you're still like
I don't
quite
think
aware.
so. I think
yes, you are.
I think
you're made aware.
Shutter Island, you know what happens. In Inception,
yeah, in Inception, I don't know.
To your mind.
I mean, he got the lobotomy, but is
he chose to get the lobotomy because he knew he was crazy.
Okay,
that's clear.
I don't remember it as well.
Yeah,
but
so,
either way, you know what I'm saying though. Like, there's a lot of these like similar time period movies that are like very similar in tone and look and feel. But
I also
this
think,
was just the worst version.
Time,
this was the badder version.
Of the time, this is 98, 99, 2000. This is Y2K. This is computers are taking over the world. This is that time.
There's a lot of that too, for sure.
That's where.
Well, see, this is the thing too, though. But that's what the Matrix is about.
New.
That's what the Matrix is about, though. This isn't about computers or anything about Y2K. This is about aliens like taking over, fucking doing experiments. That's all it is. So it might have the same plot elements as the Matrix, but it's not anything about the Matrix. So the Matrix is totally different.
I had a funny thought of that. It came out in the late 90s when like there was nothing to be mad at. So people just found things to be mad at, like their memories and dreams. It's like, well, if I can't be mad at the reality I live in because everything's fucking great in the 90s here, and I'll just be mad at dreams and memories and write movies.
This is the Limp Biscuit of movies.
Yes, it's that white boy mad in the late 90s vibe of like there's not really anything bad going on, so let's just make all this silly shit going on.
It also kind of reminded me of and make it all a dream.
Yeah, exactly. It reminded me of a Nolan movie too in that same sense, but I guess
the Inception owes a lot to this film too.
Yeah,
like, a lot.
Like, Inception doesn't owe shit to shit.
Yes, it does.
Even
the buildings, the way the buildings move, the way they use like
you think they're not gonna have the same ideas? Right. Like you don't think they can think of it without having a movie to base it off of?
No, Christopher Nolan sucks. So I kind of get why he would rip this movie off.
Hold on. No, Christopher Nolan doesn't suck. Okay, Christopher Nolan doesn't suck. He's made pretty great movies.
Jake hates Nolan.
Pretty damn
he
good.
makes movies like this one that are
this is very Memento.
This is very overly complicated for seems like no reason because it's not deep at all. Like I'll give it that.
It's not overly complicated. It's overly boring.
It is though. No, it's overly complicated because it throws you all this shit that in the end you realize that the point is very simple and it was giving you a lot of twists and turns to get to a simple point.
For no reason.
Fine though. I don't.
But that's not overly complicated. That's misleadingly.
That.
That's misleadingly unnecessarily complicated.
Same thing. It's pretty much the same thing.
No, it's not.
So anyway,
there was no point to the complication, whereas Nolan has points to the complications.
Oh yeah, what was the point to Inception? What was the point to that?
Dream inside a dream inside a dream,
bro. Dude.
Yeah, I guess. And this was aliens doing garbage. And this was aliens experimenting on humans. That's a much clearer point.
But Nolan's more realistic.
Probably better than Inception.
Realistic?
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
nothing realistic about Inception.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing realistic about this. There's nothing realistic about this movie. I get that.
There are architects.
There is. Yeah, but they're not drawing mind fucking world.
Basically the same movie.
Not that you know of, but you're a fucking peasant.
Yeah, whatever.
You don't know. You don't know the goings on of the architects of the 1%.
Get to the point where it becomes good, Schwartz.
You're being architect right now.
I like it from the beginning. I love mysteries where you have no idea.
You ever see the movie The Accountant?
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a cool movie
with Matt Damon, right?
I don't remember the other one.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck and the girl Zoe.
No,
or
the
other
girl
one?
is who is the girl?
It's not
Who's the
Zoe
girl in the
Deschanel.
account?
Emily
No.
Blunt.
Is it Emily Blunt?
No, it's not Emily Blunt.
We said it at the same time.
It's one
Who
of
is-
those.
Oh, it's the chick. It's the
One of
chick
those-
from
one of
Pitch
those white
Perfect.
women.
It's the chick from Pitch Perfect.
Oh,
Anna
Jessica
Kendrick?
something.
Anna Kendrick. Yeah, it's
Ooh,
Anna
she's
Kendrick.
great. I don't think it's her, but
Oh, she's in. That's
I don't think
right,
that's
she's
her.
in
It's
it.
one. It's 100%
I think
her.
that is her. You're
I
right.
I'll
think
bet you
it's
I
her.
$100
forgot about
it's
that.
her.
And I really like
$100.
Anna Kendrick, so it sucks that I forgot that she was in The Accountant.
The
Because I
Accountant's
remember
good,
that movie
man.
being that
The
good.
Accountant was a sleeper. That's a movie where I thought like this is gonna suck, and it was actually like
Maybe
I
it's
thought it was gonna
because
be.
I fell asleep.
I'm
You
not
do
thinking
that,
of
like,
The
you're-
Accountant.
You're old.
I'm thinking
I
of
am
a
pretty
completely
old.
different
Fall
movie.
asleep during these
What movie are you
boring movies.
thinking
I'm
of?
thinking of one with Matt Damon, and I'm pretty sure Emily Blunt, and like
The
he has to
Adjustment
go.
Adjustment
Bureau.
Bureau.
The Adjustment
Yeah,
Bureau.
that's a good
Yeah.
movie. That
I
kind of is
never
like
saw that.
Adjustment Bureau's got kind of these vibes.
I never saw that. I looked.
It's these people. They're choosing the outcome of everyone's like fucking life to like be the best, and then if something gets fucked up, they just have them redo it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Or Matt Damon has to keep reliving this situation over and over again to try to fucking save Emily Blunt. It's a great movie.
Oh, no,
No,
that's Groundhog's Day.
No, that's Live
That's
Die
a good
Kill
movie,
Repeat,
too.
starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, also known as another
Wait.
lady.
No,
No, that's
I'm not
Source
thinking of
Code.
Live Die Repeat. Yeah, I'm not thinking of Die Another Day or Day After Tomorrow or whatever that one is. But that one's also excellent.
But
That one's a
that's
great
Emily Blunt. That's Emily Blunt getting saved by Tom Cruise. You got to repeat the day.
But
day.
Adjustment Bureau, Matt Damon saves Emily Blunt.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It might not be Emily
right.
Blunt, but it's definitely Matt Damon, or maybe
No,
not.
Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt is in both those movies, and
Right.
Matt Damon is in Adjustment Bureau.
Adjustment Bureau is a good movie.
Live Die Kill Repeat's a better movie.
It's called something else.
No, the real name is what I said, but they called it something else for a short amount of time.
No, they called it
Edge of
something else.
Tomorrow. It was called Edge of Tomorrow for a
Edge
short
of
amount
Tomorrow.
of time. If you look it up,
Colon,
it's definitely
Live,
called
Die, Repeat.
So how many dreams did it take this guy to
Oh.
save Jennifer Connelly?
I don't even
The thing
remember
is
Jennifer
that-
Connelly in this movie.
This is the thing, is that this wasn't about people saving anybody. It was about experiments and people reliving the same lives in different times of it. Like they each play a different part in the same play, basically. So anyway, let's go to the beginning.
Yeah, explain
John
it to
Murdoch
us.
wakes up in a bathtub, suffering from amnesia. He doesn't know where the fuck he is. He's in this seedy place, and he gets a phone call from Dr. Schreiber, who is good old Kifer
Kifer.
Sutherland. He says, "Yo, get out of the hotel room. There's fucking Nosferatu motherfuckers coming after you." He's like, "All right."
Just like Morpheus
Gets
calling
dressed.
Neo, telling him to leave.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Basically. He gets dressed, realizes there's a corpse on the floor with like ritualistic carvings into her. Kind of looks like Jigsaw carved shit into her. He
Yeah.
flees. The fucking pale dudes arrive. You find out they're called strangers. And he goes out onto the world, and you realize it's like this comic booky world where it's dark as fuck and looks like Tim Burton just like spew it up. He finds out he's has a wife named Emma, played by Jennifer
Total
Connelly,
Recall.
who's like a played by, she's like a lounge singer. Supposedly she had an affair with this dude, and they're on the outs. And then Police Inspector Frank Bumstead, or whatever the fuck this guy's name is, played by William Hurt, is also looking for a killer who's been killing these girls, which one of them was the one he found in his hotel room, or his little room he woke up in. So he's trying to find the guy, and he ends up thinking it's him because why not? He woke up in this room with them. So the guys keep coming, the strangers keep coming after him, and then you realize that these people, these strangers, are living underground, making people go to sleep because it's always dark out. And when these people go to sleep,
let's talk about that.
They do something called tuning, which is basically changing the world that these people are living in.
So at a
Sort of like
certain
how
time
Neo
every
could
night,
change his world.
Kinda, yeah.
well, how he learned to later on, but
Yeah.
so at a certain time every night, they shut people down
They shut the world down.
and reset the world. What was that?
They're adding buildings and memories so that, because what they do is what the doctor's doing. You go to old Kifer, he's injecting the same memories into every person, and they're looking at how each person reacts to the memories. So like The dude who jumps in front of the train was also in this main character situation, and that's how he dealt with it. He got to that far, realizing that there is no Shell Beach and that something's wrong. So it's just one giant experiment. You know what I mean? And no one ever remembers where Shell Beach is or who they were the day before, because the day before they were someone else. When they stop the world, they make them different people. They inject them and they put
And
them in
Shell
memories, and
Beach
they're all
was just a
shared.
memory.
Shell Beach was a memory that was put into those people when they to give them, like, that's what happened when they were children. Yeah, that's their childhood memory. My big thing is that you come to find out all this, but where is that world that they're existing in? Like, that's not Earth, obviously. Like, they never, even the end of the movie, it doesn't come
It's
off
a
to, like, they're
spaceship.
at Earth. Is it a spaceship? So they're like abducted and there's in the middle of space now?
Yeah,
That shit's
it
crazy.
seemed like they were in space in some sort of way. That's why I was confused of that, whether or not they were in space or in a dream, and I was very like
It's a spaceship
unsure of the
question
setting
mark is
this
what I
whole
should have said.
time.
I mean, it
They're just in
definitely
some
was
dark
in
ass
space.
city.
I mean, the opening scene, the opening shot is space, and then it pans down to a city. So, I mean, it gives you it away right there, honestly.
This is true.
It's like the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah,
Stars talking.
dude. The only good part
Let's
of that
take a
movie
look at
was that scene.
Murdoch.
That was that made me so intrigued. I was like, this is so fucking weird. I love it. And then it just went to do.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of felt about this movie. Like I remember being interested at first, and then I quickly lost my attention, and then it started getting a little interesting. And I don't remember where. I think once you kind of started figuring out the whole dream shit, and then I quickly started losing interest again. I don't know what it was.
So
Immediately,
you had
I was
no
looking
interest
at
in
it.
like who these. You had no interest in who these like strangers were or what they were doing. You guys didn't give a shit about that.
Not really. I don't know why. I just wasn't.
Not at
it just
all,
wasn't
dude.
interesting.
Immediately, I was watching it, and when Kifer first popped on, was about my height of it. I was like, all right, like super confusing, very interesting, looks really cool. I love Kifer. I like what he's doing right here. And then pretty much right after that, I was just like, I remained as lost as I was when I started, and I just never, I was just never, nothing ever grabbed me to bring me back in. I need a movie to grab me. I need a climax. I need a build.
Yeah. What was?
Well,
the
I mean, the
climax?
build was him trying to figure out why he doesn't remember anything and why all these people are acting almost as shady as him. And the
took
climax
forever,
is the doctor
man.
telling him what's up. I mean, the movie's only an hour and 40 minutes, so it's not like it really took forever. Like it's not that long.
Hour and 50. You watched director's cut.
I did watch the director's
I
cut.
watched the
You
director's
work
cut,
for those extra
and it
times.
felt like it took me 4.5 days to watch that movie.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
This
it's
movie is
long.
really good.
It's like it was like a dream. Very
Why is this
confusing.
movie so good?
Long, looked cool.
I just explained to you why I like it, because I think it's cool that it's about aliens doing experiments on people and manipulating their dreams. And
But why is this
spending
movie
time
good?
and trying to
It wasn't
figure
a
out-
hit in theaters. No critics liked it,
That's not
Ex-
true. Roger Ebert, the biggest critic in the world, even
Except for
recorded
Roger
commentary about how
Ebert.
much he liked it.
Yeah, he said it was his number one movie of '98, which surprised me when I
96.
saw that.
Because
fact.
it's one of those, you guys watched it
98.
one time and it struck you in a shitty way. You should definitely watch it again. I guarantee you like it.
I
a lot
tried
better.
and I felt I like.
What do you
I
want me to
same-
look
had the
for
same effect.
in the second viewing?
Just look for.
What did I miss? What do you want me to? What do you think I need to appreciate more watching this movie? Because I did.
The
I thought it
the
looked
mystery
good.
of it.
I thought it looked good. I did think Kifer was rad, even though Jake hated him.
Yeah.
I thought the acting was pretty solid for the most part, but I just didn't. I honestly, I was so confused and so lost and so bored that it just. I thought I was gonna love it, and I didn't. And I was
You know
going
what I
in
was-
to love it, and I didn't.
You know what I was thinking? This would be like if the Coens were to make a sci-fi movie. This would be what it is. I kind of thought that I was watching.
Yeah,
was
this
like
is the
Coen
Hail
doing a sci-fi
Caesar
movie.
of sci-fi movies,
Hail Caesar's low key one of their top 5 movies of the last couple.
but it's kind of boring.
I love Hail Caesar. I like it better than Llewellyn Davis, but Llewellyn Davis is still pretty good. I thought this movie was fun too. I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun to watch. I think it's something that if you're a fan of sci-fi and you're a fan of just 90s movies in general, then you're gonna like it, which is surprised makes me surprised that you didn't like it. I think
Yeah,
you're
I'm a fan of
big on
both of
both of them.
those, and I mean, maybe I need to watch it again. You didn't really tell me anything that would convince me that I should watch it again. Like, I want to know what I missed. I want to know what you like. What was the most interesting part of this movie?
I thought the interesting part was that it was aliens doing experiments on people, and that they were doing it because they were trying to figure out how it would save their species. So they just created a space where they change out dreams and experiences, and they try to see, like, basically driving them insane and see what makes them tick.
I didn't
it's not complicated.
I didn't like the strangers. I didn't like the aliens.
Really?
I think maybe that was probably my number one thing is I didn't like how kind of quirky they were.
They looked like shitty Hellraisers. It just
kept corpses.
A lot of things were just like, it kept ringing back that it was like a bad version of something else. It just reminded me of a lot of other shit, but it wasn't. Other than it was probably better than any Nolan movie because that guy sucks balls. No, I'm just joking. But it felt like a Nolan-esque movie as well because of that pretentious confusion bullshit.
Was it?
Why do you get so confused in Nolan movies? They're not that confusing. I mean, I get that, like,
they're pretty confusing.
Memento and Interstellar are definitely movies that Inception is I guess Inception I don't think is as crazy as Memento.
I mostly just
the most confusing.
Inception.
But he's made some amazing movies.
Tell me what Tenet is about right now.
Movie.
I never saw Tenet.
I didn't like Tenet. I thought Tenet was doo-doo.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Tenet, Anthony?
Yeah.
I never saw Tenet.
No idea what it's about.
It was fun.
It's a palindrome.
Yeah, it was fun. He's making a movie about Oppenheimer next with a pretty great cast.
I saw that. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
I like Memento and the Batmans. The first two Batmans. Dark Knight Rises sucks.
Yeah, but Prestige is definitely
Prestige is cool.
Best film. Nolan's best film by far.
He has
probably Prestige, Dark Knight. I mean, in my opinion,
you don't like Dunkirk.
I like Dunkirk.
And that's the new one he did
really good.
Kind
movie.
Of not good.
You just don't like it because of like the reason you don't like it because it's a PG-13 movie. That doesn't make it. That just says nothing about the quality of the movie.
It's just a little pretentious. It's just a little pretentious.
Why? How is it pretentious? What was he being pretentious about?
The whole thing about like having a movie that's about war, and
that's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying.
And then you got to hold on. I didn't finish. Shut your mouth. You gotta have a whole scene about like a guy killing a kid on a boat trying to stop war. Like it's pretentious.
I just liked the way it went into layers of
Dunkirk is a true story, but Cillian Murphy's character killing a kid on the boat trying to help somebody is not a true story.
Could be.
How the fuck do you know it's not a true story?
I've read that he made that part of it up. Yeah, and I've just listened to Nolan talk about it.
I don't know. I liked how he just explored something more realistic than some shit that he's done before when he's just tries to make his movies really overly complicated. When Dunkirk wasn't complicated, it was
all I'm saying is he hasn't made like a bad movie.
You
can't call Dunkirk a bad movie.
I mean, it's a well-made movie, so sure. I mean, yeah, his track record's amazing. That's why he gets to still keep making movies he wants to make.
I still think Inception can fuck itself.
Oh, I like Inception. It's fun.
That movie.
Inception's super fun.
Dark City is the volcano to Dante's Peak. It's the tornado to Twister.
I've never heard of Tornado.
It's the Illusionist.
It's the Illusionist to the Prestige.
Hold on a second, though. The Illusionist is actually a pretty good movie in its own right.
But it's not as good as the Prestige.
But compared to the Prestige?
I mean, it's not. It's about a magician, I guess, but it's not. The storyline is nothing alike except for that one little fact.
I actually should rewatch it. But it's two, isn't it like two rival magician movies?
Edward Norton plays a magician who's after this girl, and actually the villain is a baron played by Rufus Sewell, the guy who plays Murdoch in this movie.
Oh, interesting.
He's not a magician. It's really good. And Edward Norton's.
Do you think
Stanley Tucci's in it, dude?
So Murdoch's just in bad versions.
Actually, no, it's
movies.
not Stanley Tucci. It's the other
Mark
guy.
Strong.
No,
those are the same people to me.
The dude from Lady in the Water, who's really good and everything.
Oh, Giamatti.
Yeah, he's in it. He's amazing.
Giamatti.
He's a little better than Tucci and Strong, honestly.
No, Tucci, number one.
Nah,
I
Giamatti
like
over Tucci any day.
If we're going lead role, it's Tucci.
Nah, lead role, let's go Giamatti.
No,
I gotta go
Yeah.
Giamatti.
Okay,
Giamatti.
can you give me
Tucci is
one
great.
fucking lead
Tucci's
role that of
great.
Giamatti that he was good in?
Tucci's
Because Lady
great,
in the Water
but,
was a big piece of shit.
I'd say
Sideways.
yeah,
Sideways is a great one. Also, he's got a co-lead in the one with Russell Crowe as the boxer, probably Robert, where he played the boxer, which is really
Cinderella
good too.
Man.
Cinderella Man, which is probably Ron Howard's best film.
Stanley Tucci better than Giamatti. I'm throwing it out there. That's my hot take.
Never.
Of the day. I don't
All
care
right.
what you
Hot
say.
take, poop take. Call it a poop take.
It's fine.
You call it
As long as
whatever
we
you
share.
want. You know,
We all got our
I
hot
did.
takes.
even the dum dums are entitled to an opinion.
That's why you got one, baby.
Whoa.
So anyway,
I'm gonna cut that
What's-
part out.
what you would, you dum dum.
No one makes me look bad on my own podcast.
You editor. I'm gonna edit. I edit however I want, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you go like this. I am a dum dum.
All right. So Jake, give me at least one or two things you liked about this movie.
Dare embarrass me.
Kifer Sutherland.
No, I didn't like Kifer Sutherland.
That's because you're a
I
fucking asshole, dude.
I thought William Hurt did a good job. I guess it looked cool, but again, it was just basically like, oh, this looks like a Batman movie. Oh, this looks like The Matrix. It just kept. That's all it did to me. But it was familiar. I guess that's good.
I'm not even saying it's okay.
Two.
Like I was so uninterested the whole time. And you know what? Maybe I need to watch it again. Maybe I need to watch it again.
Yeah, maybe I'd appreciate it more if I fill in some shit. But I don't know. I
Listen,
thought maybe
That's
I
why
started
I want to know
liking
what
the-
I
the
need to. I
dream
want to know
stuff, but
how to
then
watch it. Maybe you need to tell me how
Yeah.
to watch it.
Well, now that you know, that you understand that it's an experiment, and each person who experiences what they're going through experiences it.
What
in
do
a
you
different
mean?
way.
So he's implanting different dreams in people?
Yes. So the doctor is implanting different lives into people, different memories, but all the same memories. Everybody gets the same one. So they're all
Everyone's
convoluted.
dumb and can't remember shit properly.
Sometimes you're the William Hurt character. Sometimes you're the Jennifer Connelly character. Sometimes you're the Rufus Swell character, and you just somehow you react to it. You're either it's like the Matrix
And
again,
what
you're either
what
just
data
play
are
along with
they?
it or you
What
don't.
data are they gaining from that? How? What are they?
I don't know if they explain that. They don't really explain that.
Did Murdoch just basically like join them, or because at the end he was
So
just
there-
basically
Well, he
Roll-
realizes
Oh,
that
and
he's
There's
kind of like the
experiments with no
one.
data.
He's kind of like the one. He's kind of like
yeah,
the Neo of it
yeah,
all.
exactly.
And he has the power to overthrow these Nosferatu.
I feel bad
fucks,
for this
and
movie.
He does. What do you mean? This movie's great.
I feel
You
bad
guys
for
are
this
just
movie because it was
haters.
a flop. Because the next
Yeah.
year The Matrix came out. And,
way better.
And
It
rendered
also
this
came out.
movie.
It also came out the same year as Titanic, which got fucking
Titanic.
every
No,
movie got swallowed.
Titanic was
Titanic-
97.
I
Yeah,
stood
but
in
it
line
came out. It was in the theater
for
the same
Titanic.
time.
And I never heard of this movie. And I love Kifer Sutherland.
Do you know
But he
that
sucked in this.
both? Do you both know that Johnny Depp and Tom Cruise almost played the lead role?
Wow.
In which one? This one?
Yeah.
Or Titanic.
Yeah, but then do they like finish the script and they're like, oh, no.
I don't know.
We're good.
I don't know why they chose not to, but they definitely chose not.
So it's all a dream. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out.
That's like what the movie felt like. It was like, this is kind of interesting. Oh, this is
Used
kind of
to
boring.
read
Oh, this is
Word
kind of
Up
interesting.
Magazine.
Oh, that's it? Nah. Pass.
Damn, dude. This coming from the guy who loves Boyhood, the most boring movie ever.
Oh
Pass
my
or smash.
god, I forgot about that movie. Let's talk about how
That's
shitty
Jake's number
Boyhood
one
is.
movie. What
No,
kind
it's
of
not.
Idiot is he?
It's not my number one.
Doesn't it
It's-
have
who's your number one?
Ethan fucking Hawke in
Number-
it?
number
That guy
one's,
sucks.
Good Will Hunting, dude.
Oh God. All
I actually dropped
That's a pretty
down.
good movie.
My Boyhood a little bit.
Yeah, good.
Good
You
Will
love
Hunting.
boys. So.
I have a chalkboard at home. When I'm at home, I practice Good Will Hunting.
That's good.
All right,
Good.
so I guess if you guys hated it this much, I've pretty much said it's going to say. So where are we ranking it?
It's I
We have a
feel
25-minute
bad.
podcast.
I almost feel bad. I feel like I need to watch it again. We're at 41 minutes. We started pretty quick. I feel like I need to watch it again, and I will. And that's
So
all
why
there
didn't
is
you
to it.
Why didn't you watch again before the fucking podcast? So we had
Been,
more to talk
been busy,
about.
bro. Been busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, real busy.
I try to watch it again, but I didn't make it through the second viewing, and
Damn, real good for the podcast.
then we had to do stuff.
I was
this
hoping you
morning.
could enlighten
There was
us
some
on
fun
what this
parts.
fucking piece of shit was
Yeah.
about.
I told you exactly what this movie was about
now
in
I
great
get it.
detail.
Scene
get
by
it now.
scene.
Maybe I need to watch it
Scene
again.
by, you want me to go scene by scene? I'll
You
keep
did it,
going
yes.
if you want.
You didn't do scene
I
by
want
scene
you
at all.
more in depth. More in depth.
There's not
What
much depth
happened?
to this.
Tell me what happened.
No, not a lot of depth
What
to
is
this
it?
one.
What's the end? Explain the end to
The
me.
end is
Tell
he
us
figures
how
out
it
that
fucking they're on a
he
they're on a
figures
dock.
out he
Like,
got
what
he
does what
figures out. Shut up! I'm trying to explain it.
what do
He
the
figures
aliens
out he's-
accomplish?
He figures out he's all powerful. He's just as powerful as the strangers, and he uses telekinesis because they're a hive mind. The strangers, they.
Can you explain
live in a
hive mind to me?
mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
see- I
all
know,
they
yeah.
all their minds join together, and they can do things by the power of the hive,
Togetherness.
the hiveyness of it. You know what I mean? It's like togetherness. You know.
So they all
So-
gotta concentrate on the same thing for it to buildings to shift.
Yes, that's what the tuning's all about.
Okay.
So this guy finds
Why
out
do
that
they shift buildings?
Because they're trying to make the place look a little different, mix it up, make new things so that these
They're
people can
just
have
jerks.
experiences,
They sound
and
like
they can-
jerks.
and they can experiment on
They're
them.
just fucking with people's minds.
They are
Have
jerks.
you ever
They're fucking
seen-
aliens.
Are all aliens jerks?
I mean, probably 85%
I
of
don't
them.
think so.
You don't know any aliens.
That's
How?
right.
Where's
The
your
only
data coming
nice
from?
That's
I
right.
mean, I can't tell you, but I do know a few. I can't reveal my sources.
Just because someone's different than you, Shorts, doesn't mean they're bad.
I didn't say that. You guys are saying that.
There was implications.
No, aliens are smarter than humans most of the times, and if they're smarter than humans, and they
What do you
realize
mean
they're
Hard
most of the
workers.
time?
people.
When we have zero actual like we have zero data on
Again,
that.
Again, I got data I can't reveal.
That's like me when I talk about
Oh,
Sasquatch,
didn't know that.
where like I feel like I'm very matter of fact about things and about Sasquatch, and then I'm like, well, allegedly.
I
I
fucking
kinda think
Tom
you are
DeLonge over here.
Sasquatch. I think you are Sasquatch, Jake, because no one's ever seen Sasquatch in the same place.
There's
I have.
there's a lot of Sasquatch too.
I
There's
saw
not
Jake
just
and the
one
Sasquatch.
Well, you're the
in
original
Skinwalker.
Sasquatch.
No, predates.
That was just parallel Sasquatch. That was parallel dimensional
That-
Jake.
That's an argument for
PDJ?
Sasquatch.
PDJ.
PDMs, PDDs, just PDs, parallel dimensions, Sasquatch.
Multiverse, my dude.
Yeah, dude.
You
What
ever
do you
seen
guys'
Dr.
theory
Seuss?
on
That's what
multiverse?
Sasquatch is.
Hey, could be real.
Could be.
Are you into the multiverse
I mean, we've-
theory?
I'm intrigued by it.
I can't prove it or disprove it, so why not?
Right. I don't know one way or the other. It's intriguing.
Are you into Jesus Christ? You can't prove or disprove him either.
No.
There's been
but
some.
I think because the
circumstances,
multiverse
maybe?
hasn't really like showed me that it kills people. I'm cool with the multiverse more than Jesus.
What does that mean? Jesus
I
kills
mean,
people?
religion. A lot of people die in the name of religion and stuff. A lot of people die in the
That
name
has
of
nothing to
multiverse.
do with Jesus Christ. I'm just talking about the person Jesus Christ.
What about him?
I'm saying you have as much evidence for Jesus Christ as you do for the multiverse.
Okay, so what are you trying to ask me here?
You say you have confidence that there's a multiverse because you haven't seen anything to dissuade you, but
I didn't say I
telling
have
you-
confidence. I'm saying I can't say yes or no. I didn't say I have confidence in it.
We'll play back the tape, but you said you believed in it because you
I believe
didn't
that the
have anyone-
multiverse could be a thing. Sure. If
Do you
someone,
believe
if
in
someone-
Jesus?
Do I believe in Jesus? No,
Do you
I
believe that
don't
Jesus
believe
could be a thing?
I mean, I think there's hope that he could be a thing. Maybe I'm hopeful.
Sure,
I
he
don't
could.
believe-
You
so he-
hope
he-
Jesus is
absolutely,
real?
He could be.
Why
He could
not?
be. Could have been.
Yeah. I just want to put those in the same ballpark. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's like
I don't like it.
unlikely,
Don't
but
do that.
maybe.
You don't like Jesus, you like multiverse. I mean, Jesus might have been a person and he might have been rad and he might be our savior. So you better not talk shit about him.
Hey man, it's America. I'll talk shit about whoever I want.
Hey, I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about your afterlife.
We're talking about Jesus. We're not talking about after. I'm talking about
Talking about
Jesus.
afterlife. I'm talking about when your life is after. Who you gonna call?
I
Not the
mean, hopefully
GB,
Ghosts-
not who you gonna
Ghostbusters
call?
probably. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the afterlife, there's probably a lot of ghosts, right? So you're probably gonna want to call the Ghostbusters.
I mean, but
Stay
I think
safe in the
ghosts are like.
afterlife.
I think ghosts are more just like souls at that point. You just kind of coexist.
Do you
just
think
kinda
the
one of 'em.
Ghostbusters can capture the Holy Ghost?
That'd be a sick movie.
They're gonna need a big ass trap.
Ghostbusters After. Was it called Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Ghostbusters 4. The Holy Ghost busting.
I actually love that.
Who plays Jesus? They are
Daniel
capturing
Day-Lewis.
Jesus.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Obviously.
I was
gotta be
thinking
Daniel
Matt
Day-Lewis.
Stone for some reason.
That'd be hilarious.
I
think it's gotta be-
Jesus.
I think it's got to be Daniel Day.
There's been a lot of interesting people that have played Jesus. Like
Jim Caviezel.
Joaquin Phoenix did it recently. Did you ever see that one? I haven't seen it yet.
Willem Dafoe
Mary Magdalene.
Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe was. Yeah,
in
that's an interesting
Scorsese's
choice.
version.
He's like a redhead Jesus.
Yeah, Scorsese's a freak.
Yeah.
I mean, The Passion was pretty gnar as well as the last
Right.
Passion, Scorsese. Got a lot
Right.
more press, tell you that much.
The last.
Yeah.
Passion?
But only because the director hated Jews.
Allegedly.
No,
Well,
he's pretty.
only allegedly because he said it with his
Yeah.
mouth.
I forgot. I did hear that. I forgot about that tape where he's just screaming drunkly at everybody. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Not a good look for Melly Gibbs.
Not a good look for really anyone. Not a good look for anyone. Talking
No.
about
Wilmy Riggs. Wilmy Riggs.
Wilmy
No,
Riggs.
this was America.
Hey,
All right.
let's go
Where are we
ask him.
ranking it?
Thought
Where we
this was
ranking it?
America.
Rank it.
Thought this was
Rank
America.
it, Johnny.
Damn, already, huh?
It's a
All
it's
right,
a
I'm
4
going-
point.
whoa.
It's a 4.
All right, Jake. Already?
4.8 on my list.
Enlighten us, Jake. What else? What else are we putting in this podcast, Jake? You gotta add some shit.
What was the dude's name that
I
played?
mean, I'm done.
Murdoch?
I'm fucking done.
Rufus Sewell.
Rufus. What's he known for?
Dark City.
That's it. Huh?
He was in
Thought he was
something
in
else. My
something.
wife, Jillian was like, "Oh, Rufus Sewell.
He-
Oh,
you know
like
he was
he's
in- he
Mr.
was
Darcy."
He was in. He was in
Mr. Darcy.
Knight's Tale. He was in Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Oh
Okay.
yeah, my favorite Rufus Sewell vehicle.
He definitely looks different nowadays.
He's
Looks
in
like-
Knight's
Night's
Tale
Tale.
with,
Night's Tale was that was like a hip hop medieval movie, right?
That's with Heath Ledger.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, he was in the father. That's why he was in
Rufus
the
was-
father, which I just watched.
Rufus was in
Also
The
recently.
Illusionist.
Yeah, he was. I said that.
He was in Old Pale Horse. Let's see. He was in things we've
Oh
seen.
yeah, he's been in some recent shit still. He's just always like a random actor.
Yeah,
Did
nobody
we talk
likes
about David S. Gower? How he co-wrote this?
Legend of
co-write it.
Zorro.
Yeah,
Who's that?
David S. Gower has wrote some good things, but he's also wrote a lot of to-do.
yeah. That's probably why it kind of felt like a Nolan movie because he co-wrote a lot of Nolan movies.
Well, I mean, he co-wrote Batman Begins, really, and maybe Dark Knight Rises, but I think that's it.
Yeah, that might be it.
He also directed, or not directed, wrote all the Blade movies too.
Yeah.
Oh, he also wrote The Crow, City of Angels,
He did.
and yeah, all the Blades. Okay, just those two Batmans. I thought he wrote more. I thought he wrote more with Nolan. My bad. I am wrong.
Did The Rock play Hercules?
Yeah, and Brett Ratner's
Yeah, at one
version.
point, yeah.
Wow. I gotta watch
Rock's
that.
so cool.
Ian McShane, John Hurt, Dwayne Johnson,
Oh, it was
Joseph
the dude.
Fiennes. Is
It
that
was bad, dude.
Ray's brother?
Yeah.
He looks a lot like him. I didn't know
Yeah,
there was
just like
another
10 years
Fiennes.
younger. Yeah, dude. A lot more jerking off for you to do.
That's double the
Yeah.
jerk offs.
All right, what else? What else,
Although
Jake?
the Fiennes,
Enlighten us.
Harry Potter Fiennes.
I don't know. I
is my
don't
favorite
got
Fiennes.
much about this one. You got any favorite parts or anything you feel
Favorite
like talking
scene,
about?
I like-
Schwartz.
Try to convince us
I
anymore.
like any scene with the strangers. They're all scenes were
I
rad.
really like them.
I
think like
what
what
was your
Anthony said. I
opinion?
feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to know Schwartz's opinion on Kiefer. You never really told us whether you liked him or thought he was stupid.
I thought his character was cool. Like what I still understand exactly why he was helping them out, but I mean, I guess what's kind of cool is that he was kind of
Wasn't he trying to? Wasn't he going through the same shit? Or no, he was the one producing the experiments.
He was the one who was helping the strangers do the experiment. So he was like injecting the people with shit. And why, I don't know.
I feel like he just felt bad at a certain point.
He might have. I mean, I think he felt bad for hurting people because he was a person, you know?
Is he?
My big question is, where was this place? Was it a spaceship? Was it just a planet floating in the middle of space? Was it like a... What was going on there?
Sort of like the Matrix, how you're never really sure where they are because it seems like they're floating around inside. It seems like they're subterranean.
No, they're on
the Matrix. They're on
Earth. Matrix, they're on Earth. They say it's Earth.
I know, but are they inside of Earth or are they like in a spaceship outside?
Sometimes they're on top. Sometimes they're underground.
They say that they're in the core where it's still warm. Okay. Called.
Well, they live in the core.
That's where they live.
Where the people are grown and the things are flying around, that's like everyday Earth.
That's just around warehouses full of bodies.
Yeah, well,
no
I guess
but grown.
The main.
I didn't believe it until I saw it myself.
So don't they have it? The ship has a name in the Matrix. I forgot what it was.
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah. Where's that? That's just, is that like just moving around in
it's a biblical name?
Tubes of the Earth, essentially. Is that what it is?
Yeah, sewer systems.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
They say they're going around in the sewer systems and like this old subways and shit. It's all explained.
It's all there. Yeah.
This version's much more cerebral.
Have you never seen The Matrix, Jake?
Only the first one.
No, you watched
the
last
one. The second one. It was bad. No, I didn't see it yet.
Don't. The last one's.
I haven't seen any of the sequels. I started watching the second one and I thought it was terrible, so I stopped watching it. And I'm gonna stick with just one Matrix.
You didn't even get past the orgy.
Yeah. It was the orgy that kind of made me call it. I was like,
all good. 3 movies in order are great. All 3 movies, really, if you watch them and you like the movies, they're great. It's a good beginning, middle, and end. If you don't want to watch the second 2, fuck them. Watch the first one.
The first one is amazing and standalone. The second 2 are okay, and they get a little too deep, and they get a little deep for their own good, so they're not worth watching.
They don't get too deep for their own good. It's not worth watching. Why? If you want to watch them, watch them. It's a beautiful trilogy. I enjoy the trilogy. If you're into those, you love the Matrix. You love it.
If you're into those cerebral stories with great characters and crazy storylines to watch house, you gotta check out Cloud Atlas.
If you want to see the beginning, middle, and end of Neo's journey, you gotta watch all of it.
If you want to, I mean, they're not really worth it.
I feel like I'm good with just the first one.
First one's fine.
The one.
First one throws
Stop there,
Neo.
Jake.
The first one throws Neo in a very good position at the end, and everyone's happy. Rage Against the Machine plays and roll credits. Bitch.
I like how the exploration of the consciousness without going too over the top with it. I feel like that's where maybe the sequels will go.
They don't go
too in depth and too silly. So
they don't.
The third one's a little over the top, but the second one I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, they're okay. They're just allegories.
It just started feeling pretentious.
What isn't an allegory?
The conversations about it.
But these are like specific allegories.
What isn't though? All the stories have been told. It's just how you tell it now.
Yeah.
All the stories have been told, dude. Everything's an allegory of something.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm putting number 60. This is number 60 on my list.
Number 60.
73.
73 for Anthony.
Maybe 74, depending on what 73 is.
Hell, make it 75.
Maybe.
70.
Hey, maybe. 78, huh?
78.
You went lower than me?
Yes.
Fucking racist.
There's just better movies. And there's been a lot. We're at 90 films now, so
10 more and then we all kill ourselves. As per our pact.
So 70. What do you want to do? 73 or 74? 73. You have Almost Famous. 74. You have The Witches. You gonna go under one of those? Over those?
73 Almost Famous. Put it over. I'm putting it over Almost Famous.
All right.
Fuck that movie.
You fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, I fucking do. I do
feel
hate
like
that movie.
I feel like Dark City was a lot fun, way more boring than Almost Famous. I like Almost Famous, but it was pretty anticlimactic.
Jake, what's
All
the
right,
next movie?
put it right under Almost Famous.
Next movie, I didn't exactly pick because I wasn't sure if we were gonna do the one.
Think
we
about
talked
it.
Oh
about.
yeah, we should do that one actually, because I feel like if we release that one in the time it comes out, we could get a lot of hits on it.
And
Yeah,
that one
so-
is
The Batman.
The
Yes, so
Batman, starring
little
Robert
different 'cause-
Pattinson and Colin Farrell.
Yes.
And Andy Serkis
Yeah, Paul
Andy
Dano.
Serkis as
Paul
what?
Dano.
Andy Serkis as what? The Batmobile?
as Alfred.
He's Alfred, dude.
They're gonna CG Alfred?
We're seeing Andy Serkis' actual fucking face.
Ew.
It's wild.
I don't want to do that. I want to see. I want him to be CG'd.
He's in
It's
some
gonna
movies.
be Andy
He's in, like,
Serkis. It needs to be some mocap. You know?
He's in like he's like in the Marvel movies.
This is
the Marvel
gonna
universe
be
is, like, a weird
Andy
villain.
Serkis's fucking best role ever right here.
Could
These
be.
movies are gonna be his
You've
greatest movies.
Never seen Lord of the Rings,
I've seen
don't
Lord of the
think you've
Rings.
seen Lord of
Those
the
are
Rings.
those are great mocapture roles. So
where
I get
he.
it.
Okay, so yeah, this will be his best
Yes,
like
this is gonna
live
be-
action role.
This is gonna
Okay.
be what Andy Serkis
That's
is
what you're
remembered
saying.
for.
I'm into
This is
it.
gonna be what he's remembered
No,
for.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
This
Yes,
is
it
not going to be
is.
what Andy Serkis is remembered for. Gollum
Yes, it is.
of the
It's
Lord of the
gonna be.
Rings is going to be what Andy Serkis is remembered for.
No, Gollum, of Lord of the Rings, you remember as being Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis, you remember as being the new Alfred.
No
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Mark my words, Anthony. Mark my words.
I mark him. I'm member.
Mark
I'll
'em.
take note. I'm just saying you wrong.
Mark it 8, Donnie.
I'm just saying you wrong. Michael Caine is the one and only Alfred.
Michael Caine.
No, Andy Serkis all day, baby.
Michael Caine and the guy who played him before him. Those
Patrick
are the
Goff?
only two. Fuck Jeremy Irons and fuck
I forgot
the next
Jeremy
one.
Irons was Alfred.
I forgot about that too.
I mean,
That's a
I
weird
said
movie
fuck
for-
Jeremy
weird role
Irons,
for
and I
Jeremy
take
Irons.
that back.
He
Fuck
was good as
Jeremy
Alfred in
Irons
that
as
one
Alfred.
Alfred.
He was fine, but
Yeah.
It's interesting that he's a
Michael
butler, 'cause
Caine
he's such like a
is
upper
my
class, classy guy.
favorite Alfred. And we'll
I can't
see.
wait to see.
We'll
I
see
can't
what
wait to
Circus
see-
does. I'm
I can't wait
excited to see
emo
Circus.
Batman, dude. Emo Batman's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
The more I see, the more I like, and I think I'm
It's gonna be
happy.
long. Well, yeah, we'll try to get to it.
I
It's
got
gonna be a
tickets.
little,
I got
little
tickets
different.
for,
Yeah, we're
I got tickets for Thursday night at midnight.
nice. Not sure if we'll be able to get to it right then and there, but by the time this comes out, we should have it done.
Sick.
So yeah, we have a little time to get it done. But yeah, this is our first in theaters film, so it'll be a
well,
little.
no, I guess
slightly different,
Don't
right?
look up. Don't look up was.
Well, that was also
didn't
on
see it in theaters.
Netflix. So
That's true.
I think
think
this is
that- I
like
think this is gonna- I
exclusively
think
in
that-
theaters.
No, I think it's gonna be HBO Max too, or HBO Go.
Perfect.
Really?
That means I don't have to go to the theater.
Yeah, if it is, then we can definitely do it sooner than later. But yeah, if it's not, either way, the Batman.
There's like an 84-inch TV in our conference room. We'll watch it there.
Great.
Nice.
Great.
It's also
Watch it
3
at
hours
work in the
long,
tech
which is
room.
crazy.
Yeah, that is weird. but,
Oh,
hey. I
I'm gonna need
mean,
to
what
take
were
a nap.
the Nolan movies? I feel like
They were
had
like
to
2.5.
been pretty long.
Yeah, they were 2.5.
that had been long. That movie.
yeah, but you're
I
not
did. I was
bored
surprised by
in
that.
Nolan
I was
movies.
surprised by that running time.
The last Nolan Batman movie, the last movie was good.
Yeah,
The
that one
third
was
one. Yeah, whatever.
The first half was great. Up until the fight was amazing, and after the fight,
Yeah.
it went downhill.
Where when he got locked up in that little weird underworld.
Yeah.
They
it
also
was-
had to like
Cool.
modify it because Heath killed himself.
Mm.
Yeah, it would have been way cooler if Joker continued into the next one, of course.
And
like,
he definitely would have.
absolutely.
Do
So,
we
yeah,
think?
that-
Is there any inkling that Joaquin would make an appearance in these movies, or is that a
So the-
standalone?
So in the
I don't
comic book, there's another multiverse storyline called Earth 87 or Earth 32 or something like that, which is a parallel universe, which supposedly is what this Batman takes place on.
So it's in space.
So,
It's not in space. It's just like a multiverse.
It's a multiverse situation.
Yeah.
Is that a yes? He could show up, or I mean, he
I
fucking
think-
could, and it'd be fine because
This is the
nothing has
thing.
to make sense.
I think with DC now, the way they're doing it, because they have their TV shows too, is that in each individual movie they make, Batman or any other character can be played by a different actor every time. So there is a chance.
Yeah, I've heard Keaton has been coming back for like certain
Keaton is
movies or
in
TV
the Batgirl
shows.
movie, and he's in the Flash
Okay.
movie as Batman.
So that's- yeah.
What?
It's
Yeah.
a little silly because they started doing that in Marvel, the whole multiverse thing, and it's almost like kind of Like, really, DC, you're already going multiverse.
Is that
Well,
because
Marvel?
is that because
Marvel's
Robert Downey
introducing-
doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore?
He's not Iron Man anymore. So Marvel's introducing like Fantastic Four and X-Men with the multiverse.
Yeah. I know. It seems like Doctor Strange is going to be a pretty big, like.
Well, I heard that Spider-Man.
swing.
I didn't see it, but I heard Spider-Man
Spider-Man-
introduced it too. Yeah.
It definitely did. Yeah, definitely opened.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
the
kinda
last Spider-Man movie
opened
have
up.
all the Spider-Man in it?
It did.
Spoiler alert. Yes. And
So
that's
what
kind
was
of
that about?
what happened.
The multiverse.
It was the multiverse. Like, there was Doctor Who.
It's
or
such
not
a
Doctor Who.
fucking
Doctor
cop out.
Strange was like doing some spell to like help out Peter, and Peter
Anthony,
was
they're
fucking
based off
around
of
and it
comic
opened up
books
this
where in
whole
the comic books there is
multiverses.
a multiverse storyline, and that's
Yeah.
how.
Okay, that's a
how-
cop out too.
But
I'm
listen,
writing
but
is
listen,
writing.
But listen though, like how else are you going to introduce X-Men and Fantastic Four? Where have they been this whole time? Like how come they haven't been helping out the Avengers? Where's Blade been? Like,
Yeah.
like
Let
they're
me
all
think of
coming
a
in
good
through the
idea.
multiverse.
Oh, I can't think of a good idea. Multiverse.
What would the idea be?
Can't think of one. I don't know. I'm not a fucking writer. I would say multiverse.
No one can think of one because there isn't a good idea.
Well, then
Except
it
for the
shouldn't be done.
multiverse.
Yo, did you
Except for the
see that? Did you
multiverse.
see that cartoon, the Spider-Man cartoon with the multiverse thing?
Yeah,
I
that
think it
shit
was like
was dope.
into the multiverse.
Into the
Did you s-
multiverse, yeah.
Yeah,
It won
you
an
see it,
Oscar.
Anthony?
It won a fucking Oscar.
it was actually really good.
No.
It's really good.
It's quite entertaining. I think you would
The
like it.
animated movie.
There's
Yeah,
an animated
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
multiverse.
Yeah, and that kind of
Yeah.
that starts the whole. That kind of introduces it without being like part of the main Marvel.
How do we keep
universe.
making money, even though it doesn't make sense?
'Cause we just keep
It's a
multiverse.
fucking comic book movie. None of it
Multiverse.
makes sense.
Of course.
That's not even like a thought.
It just doesn't make
True.
sense.
It doesn't, but it doesn't have to. Nothing in those movies do.
All these bitches fly, dude.
lazy.
They
It's
do
like
fly.
making it all a
Raimi.
dream.
Same Raimi's directing the new.
They're up
fucking
living-
Doctor
they're-
Strange.
they're up
Oh, it's a
living in
dream.
space, dude.
That's why it makes sense, because it's a dream.
Yeah,
Just
fine,
read a
whatever.
magazine.
All right, I gotta go. It was fun talking to you afterwards.
All right. Watch the Batman.
Watch the Batman.
Have a great day.
Are you guys off the rest of the day?
Yes.
You gonna go back out on the slopes?